Hello and welcome to Ula Tea Leaf Readings. My name is Lenor and tonight I'm going to be reading your tea leaves. This is a horoscope for Gemini. If Gemini is your solar, lunar, ascendant / rising sign, then this is a message for you. All right, let's get started. And so Gemini, our card tonight is the Strength card, or the Lust card as it is called in the Thoth deck. Okay, and I'm gonna go ahead and lift this up. We're gonna take a look and see what these tea leaves have to say today. And so if you have not subscribed yet, please think about doing that. You can hit that little bell. It'll let you know when the next readings are coming out. It is free to subscribe. And if you'd like to hit the little like button or leave a comment, please do. If this is your first time, shout it out in the comments. Oh, look at that. We have like a very silly looking cub, a lion. You can see the ear right here. You can see the face, kind of the edge of the head, the face, and then the ear here. We have the eye, the nose. So yeah, a very kind of youthful but fiery energy. This this one looks kind of goofy. I do feel that this is an energy of silliness, of kind of really indulging and partaking in childlike behavior. Now, not in a negative way, right? Oftentimes we'll say you're acting like a child. Not a good thing, right? Well, you know, sometimes it's kind of a virtue to be able to release yourself of all of the constraints of being an adult, at least for a little while, right? To be able to go and have fun and you know, just kind of frolic in carelessness, maybe being kind of frivolous or immersed in a deep interest and awe, just absolutely in that place that we are when we're kids, right? Everything seems so big and interesting, and you're often seeing things for the first time and experiencing phenomena that just, you know, you haven't any context for it yet. So it feels very powerful and nuanced, or not nuanced, novel, right? And so I feel that you still have the ability to really tap into this, where, you know, I think a lot of people, you know, we're so serious, we're so buttoned up all the time, and, you know, stressed, wound up, and you know, that's no fun way to live, really. So to see this energy coming through, it feels quite welcome. It is something that, you know, you might at times kind of get a hard time from your family or friends or even significant other. Although I think in reality, this is something that is so beloved about you, is that you have this kind of eternal youth kind of vibe, aura. And so I love this. And not only that, being a young lion, coming into power, right? finding that fieriness within self, you know, learning how to really harvest this energy, put it to work, put it in a position of usefulness to you. And I do, and I saw a thing recently. It was, and I forget the guy's name, but it was on one of the Cho shows, David Cho's TV show that was on, I think, FX. He interviewed somebody who was talking about Rick Rubin. They're talking about Rick Rubin, who is a really important producer in music, not just hip hop, but definitely well known in hip hop as being one of the foundational people, right? In early rap, hip hop, has gone on to produce for, I mean, just, you know, the best of the best of the best. So anyways, this person, and I don't remember his name, and I feel terrible for that, but he's an author. He is friends with Rick Rubin, or Rick Rubin is his mentor, I think. And so he was talking about how the best artists, the enduring artists of any medium, and this is applicable to life in general, right? People in general. When you have the ability to access a spirit of play, right? Silliness, stepping outside of yourself, finding, you know, your imagination in many places. This playfulness is what helps you continue to evolve as a being, because you are not in a place that, you know, you striving for a fixed state or some, you know, masterful peak, or, well, you know, at the very, very pinnacle of something, right? Get right up there, and then you stand upon that mountain and you become immovable, right? That is so very limiting, you know, and a lot of us strive for it. Well, yeah, I want to be the best at what I do, you know, and I say it like that because I don't know. I'm not the best at anything I do. Never has really been my forte to master anything. But yes, you know, I think a lot of people are driven to be the best of the best of the best, or whatever. And so to add some playfulness into a journey of experience, into a journey of the work, whatever the work is, if it's your career, if it is the spiritual work, your creative work, your family, your work as a being in your community, it is important to remain in a posture of having room to really, to be playful with things, to be wrong, to fail, to, you know, misinterpret and think, oh, this is what this is. And you find out, no, this isn't what that is. You know, oh, my bad. Okay, I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep trying here, right? And so I do feel one of the most fluid and interesting signs, Gemini, definitely. You know, widely reaching into many places in your life, developing in various sectors of your life, not just one thing that you are focused on. There are many things. And that's what makes your life so interesting. Okay, let's see. This one right here. We have a person, you can see the head, you can see kind of the shoulders, sitting in a sitting position. It almost looks like a dress or a large robe. Immediately thought of the the queen, or no, of the high priestess, or maybe the empress. But as I'm looking at this, and she has her hand, well, I'm saying she, it doesn't have to be a she, right? Hand up holding, it looks like either a bowl or a flower. But I'm looking also at the lust strength card. Now, what is Babylon holding on to? I don't know what I can say about this exactly. I don't know what the algorithm. It's not YouTube. I know. I sometimes say I'm not allowed to say that. YouTube doesn't tell me what I'm allowed to say, right? I can say whatever I want and upload it. I could get like demonetized, right? But it's mostly the algorithm. So I'm careful. I'm trying to be more careful about certain words. Do they make sense? I don't know. Do I like censorship? No. No. If you knew me in real life, you would say, yeah, that's definitely a chick that has a hard time, censoring yourself. But it is what it is, right? So anyways, we're looking at this. She's holding, touching, and it is a yonic symbol, okay? Yoni. Look it up if you don't know what that is. So this is a very fiery archetype. This is about harnessing the power of that kind of kunda energy, that fire energy. Expresses itself through a variety of things: creation, sensuality, coupling, this kind of thing. Okay, that is why it's called the lust card, right? It could be that this is a variation of that kind of energy here, though. Okay, I really think that this has such a now, to me, it feels, like a high priestess. It feels like empress, maybe the two combined, right? Now, can they be combined? Yes, absolutely. So, they work in conjunction with one another, definitely. So, I'm looking at this and I'm feeling like this is a place of great intuition for you. This is a place of creating things, getting them thriving, okay? This is, and I know I talk about the garden a lot, but this is, the Empress archetype is usually kind of thought of as being surrounded by flowers, kind of being this like Astar energy, and that, or Persephone, right? The returning of the goddess who brings spring with her, okay? So there is an abundance of life, of creating life around you. Now, does that mean like literally having children? It can be, okay? But more so, it is about being a creative being. A being that is able to manifest. It is a person who, maybe does well at their job, good at making money, good at literally gardening, right? And that's where I was going with this. If you could think of somebody who has like a green thumb, as they say, just absolutely has a beautiful yard, or a house full of plants, or is an artist of some kind. Their house is full of paintings and artifacts and beautiful things, and I often think of this also as having a very cultivated aesthetic, right? So having a style, right? Maybe your house is decorated in such a way it's, quite beautiful. It's very intricate or minimalist. It could be, you might be a maximalist. I would think of Gemini as mostly being quite a maximalist, but I could be wrong. It could be minimalism, or somewhere in between, right? But also with the way that you adorn yourself, right? So having quite a style, being very put together in whatever that looks like, okay? So I do feel this is, it's just, you have that touch of life. Like if you found an animal that was ailing, right? And you brought it home and you took care of it and it came back to health. I mean, this would be very much your energy. Is somebody who is a healer, is caring and devoted and very, very particular to the things that you're doing, okay? But on the other part of that is that there are seasons to your focus, right? Spring doesn't stick around forever. It gives itself over to summer, and summer to fall, and fall to spring, and so on. I mean, winter. I almost forgot about winter. That's my favorite part of the year. Can't forget about that one. But I think that you're very aware of the shifting nature of things. So, what does this all have to say, right? I do feel that this is a period of time where you should really be trusting your instincts, because it's an opportunity to put your time and effort into things that are going to bring abundance to your life, that are going to offer you the ability to, yes, create resources, money, right? And so I do feel that, you know, if you're questioning, like, should I do this thing? Should I start this thing? This project, this business, this YouTube channel, right? Yeah, definitely get in there, do it. This feels like a time where your mind is just absolutely aligned towards success. Okay. And you're seeing the big picture. I mean, this is just absolutely sweeping, right? Everything kind of collected in the skirt or the robe of this beautiful being. Now, I keep looking at this over here. It says, it looks like YU. And I keep thinking, this has to be you. It just is you. Now, we have a person here standing. You can see the hair kind of flowing. They're looking up. It looks like they're kind of singing a song or humming a song. I see kind of a message coming from them. We have the bird. So I do feel like this is kind of emanations of love. Like there is somebody in your life who is really expressing their love towards you, or that you are expressing a love towards them. Now, I also see over here we have the infinity sign. So I do feel like this is like a love that is beyond love. This is kind of a eternal love, the immortal beloved, if you will. And so there is this sense of the I love you, I love you, I love you. I can just hear it, you know, almost as though it were a mantra. And so I feel like you are kind of in a place of maybe being quite taken by somebody, very much an attraction, devotion to them. Now this maybe is a spouse or a long-term relationship, and this is kind of a renewal of that feeling. Or, right, this is maybe somebody new. Maybe this is somebody you're dating, or, you know, deciding, are you going to take things to a different level, a new place in your bond together? Or maybe this is somebody that you really, you know, you have kind of a crush, you are beloved towards them or with them, and figuring out like, how is this going to play out, right? But I do also feel like this is a blessed union, right? This is divinely blessed. Now, I want to look here. We have, it looks like the crone. You can see the nose, you can see the mouth, the eye. And we also have, it looks like South America in here. Okay, South America. Now, it feels very particular, but I almost feel like, at first I thought, okay, so maybe you're traveling, right? Maybe you, or considering going to South America for some reason, you know, family or some kind of trip or, you know, I don't know. I know a lot of different reasons, right? I'm trying to think of, you know, I can't... I'm sure it's very beautiful there. I would love to go if I could handle the humidity and the heat and the bugs and all that. But it feels like such a, well, with the face of the woman, right? I almost feel like this is, and maybe you're married to somebody from like Central America, South America, or dating somebody, but it almost feels like this is a person who is related to the line of maybe your children or spouse. Not exactly your ancestor, but a part of your orbit, right, as an ancestor. And I feel like there's just a real connection with them. I feel like you maybe don't even know who this is, but they visit you. Like you have an established relationship with you, or with them, you and them, and they're coming to you in like dreams and visions, this kind of thing. A real pull towards, I don't know, just maybe going and visiting. Maybe, you know, there's something there for you to see. But I don't know, you know. The thing for me is that there's also this, she's showing me rivers. She's showing me rivers and, it's something about the waters. I mean, it really is this feeling of the I don't even know exactly what this is. It feels like there has to be some mythology about river, like beings in the river. It almost kind of feels like mermaid type of thing, but it is kind of a calling. I don't know that this is like, it doesn't feel like, you know, a siren, right? Where they call you to your doom, right? There, you listen to the beautiful song and you're kind of swept that way. No, this is like a mystery. This is like, I have something to show you. I want you to see this. I want you to know this. This is important that you know this. And it is, excuse me, it is revolved around water. It is fresh water. And it's like, it's almost like, I'm showing you life. I'm showing you life. I'm showing you life is what I keep, but there's like a richness to things. Like you don't understand kind of how powerful this line is, or this blood is, or so I wonder, you know, really if you're maybe your spouse, again, maybe your kids, I don't know, maybe there's no even realization that you're connected to South America. Maybe it's like you go and get DNA tests and you find out, oh cool, there's like, you know, a connection to whatever, some region, some area in South America. But it's such a potent kind of like psychic ability, but it's like more like somebody who walks in between, you know, here in in base reality and the beyond, right? The sacred spaces, something akin to like maybe a shaman, but you know, I don't know. This feels like it's setting off into another direction of exploration. Absolutely. So I'm interested if this relates to you on any level. I want to know about it. I want to hear about it, because I just the showing me the water, it feels like so important. Like I need you to say this. I need you to show this. Tell them. Okay. Now we're going to go over here, and I'm going to take a look at, let's see. Okay, so we have two people right here. We have one, we have two, we have a heart down here. We have, it looks like a cat. We also have the number 6. And so I feel like this one, it is, there's a communication here between. Now, I feel like this is somebody you love. This is not your spouse. This is not your significant other. This is like a family member or a good friend or something. And this is a ongoing relationship. I mean, it's, you know, especially if it's family, you know, you've known them since the beginning of your times, right? But I feel like there's almost this kind of need for a talk about boundaries. Okay. Now with the cat, this is a sense of independence. So I feel like it's almost kind of a conversation about somebody overstepping, thinking that their place in your life, they have more access to you and to maybe your core family than you're comfortable with anymore. And so I think that this is like a place where it's like, okay, now I need to have a conversation. I need to, you know, like maybe tell my mom, like, hey, you can't just show up whenever you want to see the grandkids. You need to call first, right? Or, you know, you told somebody something in your family and they talked about it with half the town. And it's like, I love you. I know, you know, it's on me a little bit to be telling somebody something that I know they're going to tell everybody else. But please stop, right? So I do feel like this is kind of like a message of, you need to realize that I'm my own person. And I need to be treated not as a child, not as somebody, you know, who you don't respect or care for. But yeah, as somebody who is your kin, somebody that, you know, you are thoughtful and careful with in the ways that should be, right? So I hope and I pray, and I do feel like this isn't going to be a lot of conflict, but I do think that it won't be easy either, right? I think that you have to kind of dance around this in the way that you know you need to, but it is something that needs to kind of be set down in stone, right? Like, these are my hard boundaries. Do not cross them. And when you do, you know, it's like anything else. You have to, there are ramifications. Okay, so maybe not the easiest thing, but very important. Okay, so let's go ahead. We're going to take a look at the divine doors, and I'm just going to flip through Okay, beautiful. I love it. I would live there in 2 seconds if I could. We have nomad. The nomadic wanderer lies deep inside. So take the leap now. Don't crawl back and hide. If anybody is going to be a nomad, it's going to be a Gemini. You all are so brave. Out there, just getting out there in the world. Like we've all read about or watched shows about people that, like go travel the world and they maybe leave during their leap year of college, and then they end up just traveling forever and ever and ever. And I could see a Gemini really being that kind of person that just, what do they call those? A citizen of the world, or I think, is that what it's called? I don't know. Yeah, I can definitely see that. No, my daughter's a Gemini. So I hope for her that she does get the travel bug a little bit. I want her to go and see the world when she's older. Nothing would make me more happy than her to be out there experiencing, just the gamut of human experiences, right? Yeah, that's it. I want to tell you I love you, Gemini, because I do, and I thank you so much for spending this time with me. It is always such an honor to be able to bring these messages to you. And if you would be so kind as to like the video, it really does help the channel. And if you have not subscribed yet, please think about doing that. You can hit that little bell. It'll let you know when the next readings are coming out. It is free to subscribe. And if you'd like to leave a comment, please do. I read them all. If you have not, or no, if you are new to the channel, if this is your first time, definitely shout it out in the comments. And yes. Now, this comes out in a couple days from now when I actually put the reading out, but I'm just going to put the energy out there for all of us in the U.S. It is tomorrow is 4th of July. Today's the 3rd. But we as a family, my husband and my daughter and my niece and stuff. Shout out to my husband, Dove and Serpent Tarot. His name is Paul. If you haven't seen his tarot readings, go over there and check him out. He's the best. Anyways, we're going to like a parade and picnic and everything. So we're in full festive mode today. and yes. So yeah, I wanted to just say, I want to put the energy out there that everybody is safe. Everybody is, just watching what's going on around you, and especially if you're driving around anywhere, please don't drive inebriated or with anybody who has been partaking, in whatever they're doing. But just be careful. Be careful, even if you're just out there driving to the store or something, it's just, it's wild. It's wild how people, don't, take care of one another. They're not thoughtful exactly of other people's well-being. So please, be on your defensive driving, watching out. So anyways, yes. I love you. Take care of yourself. We're going to talk in just a few days. And yeah, that's it. I was trying to think, as I'm saying this, I'm trying to think, was there anything else? Also, yes, just so much love to the islands that are going through it right now with the hurricane. That is, it's hot. Every year it seems to get worse, and we all kind of know that about our weather patterns right now. So, Just a lot of love and blessings to those people. Please, I hope, there's, minimal damages and things. So, all right. Gemini, I love you. Good night.